So you want to download custom faces and pictures and put them on FM26. Well, I can do that for you. I'm your guy. Trust me, I can do this. I will give you a step-to-step guide how to do this. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell you how to download a face pack that literally takes up the size of your hard drive. Who's actually doing this? These are like 13, 15 gigabyte files for a bunch of pictures just to put in your photo manager. But I'm not going to tell you to do that. I can tell you how to add 1 picture or 2 pictures, maybe even 3 pictures, maybe even 4 pictures to your FM26 without destroying your computer. Maybe you just want to freshen up a player's look. Maybe you just want to create a celebrity on your photo manager save. Maybe you want to create yourself. Well, I can teach you that. I can do that. Trust me, I'm your guy. Before we dive into the tutorial, I just want to say that this video is brought to you by Surfshark. I'm joking, I literally have no subscribers. I'm not being sponsored by anybody. But please press the like button, press subscribe. I'm helping you here. You help me out. Thank you very much. But before we can add custom pictures to your photo manager save, you need 3 things. You need a computer, photo manager 26, and you need an XML configurator. You need an XML configurator. Now, if you haven't got any of these 3 things, you see this is a shop. You need to go outside your house. You can do it. I believe in you. And you can buy a computer and you can buy a Football Manager 26. Do it. I know you can do it. But you're not going to do it, are you? Because I know you. I see you. I know you, you lazy Don't call them that. But it is 2025 and no one leaves their house anymore. So what I've done is I've left a link in the description of where you can buy a computer and where you can buy your Football Manager 26. And also for an XML configurator, well, if you haven't got one of those, I've even linked a link below. As for an XML configurator, if you're like, what is that? I've never heard of it. I'm going to tell you how you can download it. I've even left a link in the description where you can download it. So stick with me. This is your step-by-step guide on how you can get custom pictures on your Football Manager 26 save. Let's go! Right, you're going to need an FM graphics configurator. Now, this is the site that I've linked in the description. Please click on it and you will see this. This is how you unzip it and you run it. So here on the right, you're going to get a download file. It's going to say FM graphics configurator version 1.2 raw. So what you want to do is you want to click that, and then it will load this up, and then you'll see the free mirrors here. Unless you want to donate and you want to give them some money, you can do that. If you go to your free mirrors down here, you can click any one of these, so getfiles.co.uk, and then that should start linking to your download. So once your download is ready, it should pop up here somewhere. Obviously, if it doesn't start automatically, click here. I don't need to tell you guys how to read, they just say it on the screen, but because you obviously don't want to read because you've clicked on a YouTube video, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. Click there if your download doesn't start automatically. Obviously, I've already got mine, so I'm going to bring mine up now. So this is my downloads folder. I've had to hide it because I don't want you seeing what I'm downloading, you nosy boy. But let's, so when you click on the configurator, it will lead you to this. It might ask you to extract it to run it. So extract all those files and this is what will come up. And this is your FM graphics configurator. Obviously you've got a README file here. Read it if you want to, but I'm gonna tell you how to use it anyway, so you don't need to read that bit. But this is what it looks like. It looks like something made in Windows 95. But before we start doing this, we need to get the IDs of the pictures that you wanna change within Football Manager. And how you do that is you simply load up, you know what, let me show you in the second step. So once you've loaded that Football Manager, you need to find their unique ID, and these are primarily used by players who want to install custom content like face logos and logo packs. Every picture that you see within the game has its own unique identifier, and what we want to do is we want to find that number, and we're going to use that number, duplicate it to a picture that we already have, and put it in the game. This sounds confusing, it's really not. I'll show you how to do it. On my Spurs save, we'll go to the squad and we'll have a look at, say, Vicario, for example. So he's got his picture there, he's got his name, he's got his position, his nationality and his age. But there's no ID number here by the picture. Maybe yours might already have shown up, which is great. You could skip this step. But what you want to do is you want to go to settings at the top corner, go to preferences, in the top right, and then you have your overview. Now this doesn't give you what we're looking for, so we need to go to the detailed menu and then go to visual and audio as your sub menu, and then scroll all the way down until you see here it says show screen IDs in title bar to assist with skinning. And skinning is basically like changing the layout of the game, which I think a lot of people are going to do this year. Tick here and press confirm. And now if we look at Vicario, we can see that he has an ID number of 431555241. Now, if I wanted to change this person's picture, let me show you how I'm going to do that. With this ID number, you can open up your notepad. If you don't have dual screens like me at the moment, you can make this a window mode. So if you go to your settings, your preferences again, and then here you have full screen and here you have windowed mode. If you type in windowed mode, if you click window mode, it will bring you into this little box here, which means you can still access your desktop instead of having to log out the game and keep logging back in. If you open up your notepad, and then you can still see the player's ID here, so you don't have to remember it off by heart. So while I'm looking at it, already messed it up. 43155 241. Okay, so this is Vicario's ID. I've got that now stored on my computer, and I'm going to use now my XML configurator to change this picture. But what picture am I going to upload? What file size do I need? What file format does it need to be in? That's the third step. Lucky you asked. Let's continue. So we're going to need a picture. Let's have a look. This one looks pretty good. Looks like a good profile picture. What we're going to do is we're going to screenshot this. I'm going to screenshot again because the first time it didn't work. But once I get a good clip of him, I think that looks pretty good like that. Once that picture is now saved to your desktop, you want to go to this website here called remove.bg, which basically stands for remove background, because we're going to make it a PNG image because we don't want that background in the way. So once we've uploaded the image, it will do this. So we get rid of that white background and make it transparent. So that looks like quite a good picture. We can download that. We'll use the free version because it's still good enough to use. And now we can put this picture in the game. But first of all, we want to make it a 300 by 300 pixel picture. And how we do that, if you haven't got Photoshop, if you haven't got any editing software, we can still do that via Paint. So I've loaded up my Paint with Mr. Bean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to drag this till I can look in my bottom left corner till it gets to 300 by 300. So this may take some time, so bear with me. I think that will do. Okay, so now we save it as Mr. Bean for the time being. So now what you want to do is you want to go into your Football Manager 26 folder, document folder. And how you do that is you simply just have a look on the left here. You will see your documents, and then you will see Sports Interactive. And then you'll click on Football Manager 26. And then you'll have a load of files here. Now what you're looking for is you're looking for your graphics folder. If you don't have a graphics folder, that's fine. You just right click here and you create a new one and you call it graphics, and then you open it. Now within here, you can see that I've got quite a few folders already. I've even made one called Faces. But what we want to do is we want to make a new folder, and we're going to call this Faces. Oh, not Faces, Faces Bean, okay? It doesn't matter what we call it at this point. And then within that folder, we're going to put our Mr. Bean picture. Now, we've got our Mr. Bean picture in our graphics folder, in our Faces Bean folder. Now what we need is we need an XML file to link that picture to the game. So let's open our XML configurator. So what I've got next to each other is I've got my configurator here and I've got my file right here. So what we need to do is we need to copy this file path at the top here, and then we'll paste it into the top. And now we're not doing kits, we're not doing logos, we're doing faces. So if you look at this section, it says normal and faces. If you click faces on the bottom and then you click process, it says one file successfully added to the config XML file. Now let's go and have a look what that was. If we click OK, and then we open this config file up, but we open it using Notepad, okay? That's important because we're going to edit it using the Notepad. So once we open up the XML datasheet, we're going to be loaded with this. Now you're probably looking at it thinking, what is that? If you're not familiar with code. It's just an XML data sheet. It's not super confusing to understand. I'm not going to explain it all to you because this bit you don't really need to know. The one thing you need to understand is how this line works here. So at the bottom we've got record from Mr. Bean, which is the name of our picture, to graphics pictures person 0 portrait. Now this 0 needs to be Vicario because we're going to change Vicario to Mr. Bean. It's quite funny. I actually didn't mean to do it like this. It looks like I'm taking the mick out of Vicario now. So if we take the ID number from Vicario, so we copy that and we paste that where the 0 is. And another thing I like to do is I just like to change the name of the document that we currently have. So if I go into this Mr. Bean file here and I just change that name again to Vicario's number. There we go. I think it just looks a little bit neater, so that way I can just take out Mr. Bean there and just put the number on. So it says record from this file number, I want it to go to this person within your game. Now, because Football Manager has not allowed skinning, we're gonna have to restart the game. So I'm just gonna restart it and then hopefully we'll see Mr. Bean in the game. Let's have a look. Okay, so I've reloaded Football Manager back up. If we go to the squad here and go onto Vicario, his face is still there. So it's not fully changed, but I know what I've done wrong here. And I was thinking it when I was just loading the game up. So when we go back to our README file, so the configuration file, if you see a black spot up here like this, it means this file's not saved and you must save it before you reload the game. I wanted to keep this bit in the edit because there might be a time where you do it and you're thinking, it didn't work. But it's because I didn't say you need to save it, and obviously you do need to save it. So if we just press Control S on a Windows, that will save it. Also, you can just go to File and save it this way if you want to. And then I'll reload the game and hopefully we'll see the face in there. Okay, so I'm back in the game now. Let's see. So we go to Squad and we look at Vicario and I can see a different face there. Oh, and there he is, Mr. Bean, Vicario himself. Now, if you have your own in-game editor, you can just go up to here on this little tick and you can go into your personal details and you can even change his name to Mr. Bean and take that away. And yeah, if you have a look there, you've got Mr. Bean, number 1 in the corner. He's still got his ID number, change it to Italian. And yeah, you can do it that way. But just to let you know, this isn't just a one file thing. You can keep adding to this file and add as many people as you want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add myself to the game and I'm gonna do it really quick just to show you how you can potentially add new people. I'll take a screenshot of myself up there. It's a good one of me. If you say so. Then I'll go to remove background. So what this is going to do is it's going to take away the background from myself. There we go. And I've got my own little PNG picture. So I'll just download that, do the free one. So I'm back into my Football Manager save. I'll try and find a player that I resemble the most. I think it's pretty much obvious who that is. Yeah, there we go. So I'll take his ID number, which is 7458500. So I'll write that down on my notepad. Then what I'll do is I'll get that picture of myself from my downloads. I'll drag it into the Faces Bean folder of where Mr. Bean is. I'll rename this picture to the Messi ID, which should be here. So if I get this number and I bring it back to where I am, I'll rename this to Messi's number, and then I'll go into the config file. So open with, what is it again? Notepad, and we'll see this line here. So what I want to do is I want to get this line and I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to paste it and I'm going to get, I'm going to get this number again. So if I copy that number out of there and I put it into here, sorry, not that one, this one, because this is the new one. I put that into here and I put that number into this bit here and I save it this time. So Control S, you save it, and I'm going to go back into my game. I'm going to log out and then I'm going to load the game back up and I'll see if my face is in the game again. So I'm back in my save. Let's search up Messi and oh, who's that? There I am right there, and I'm back in the save. So yeah, I just wanted to show you a way of how you can add in like a single picture into the game without you having to download these big logo packs and without you having to know XML code. So I hope this video really helps you in making your game really customizable. that's one of my favorite things about playing games on PC is you can mod them and you can make them more your own. And that's what I really like about Football Manager is that you can just make this game as unique or realistic as possible as you want. So yeah, I'm hoping that this can help you with your games moving forward. You can make a team of celebrities, you can make a team of your friends, you can put yourself in the game and see how you'll progress. If you like these tutorials, please just drop this video a like, write a comment as well and said you enjoyed it. Write a comment and tell me you didn't enjoy it and you didn't understand it. And that will just make me get a little bit better. But for now, I hope this video really helped you, and yeah, have a good rest of the day, and thanks once again for watching. I appreciate it. I put a lot of time into these videos. So if you want to see more of my videos, click on one of these videos here. I might put it here today. And then, yeah, and press the subscribe button here like I haven't told you a million times. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.